up here today, up this back road. We got the track loader, we got the grader attachment, which is kind of my secret weapon for these driveways that are relatively straight. It doesn't work that well on stuff that has sharp corners and weird angles, but on a tiny little cottage road, it's perfect. Puts a nice crown on the road, which is exactly what you want on pretty much any road at all, I guess. I already did one driveway this morning. I put 5 loads in it, graded it. It's 12 o'clock now. Going to do 6 loads on this small back road and 1 culvert. So we're running the Dustiel 333G today. We got this attachment. So having these blades angled here and being able to adjust this up and down makes it really easy to put your crown on the road. So we're just gonna go and tune the road up in all the bad spots. We're not gonna grade the whole road because it doesn't really need it. Gotta always make sure you grade out the pothole right to the bottom of it so it doesn't come back right away. I consider the road smooth when you go and rabbit up the road and you don't really get any bouncing. Pretty good. This is where we're putting the first section of gravel here, but of course we got all these overhead lines here, so it makes it a bit of a pain in the butt because we can't tailgate it, but I'll just push it around. Well, they kind of spread it for me. Really as far as you could go. There's a line right there. I'll just move it around. There you have it, 10 minutes later, all spread. You can see kind of that the track loader's on a slight angle like this. That's your crown in the road. Works good. Gotta have it nice and smooth so you can get the Porsche down the gravel road. I keep meaning to film the truck tailgating, but it seems like every time he shows up I'm doing something and don't get a chance. But he accidentally brought me a 7/8 crushed granite on the last load instead of 5/8. Not really sure how we screwed that one up. But 7/8 is, not bad, but this stuff doesn't really have enough fines in it, so when you put it on the hills, it doesn't pack in well enough and it washboards real quick. You can hardly just see faint car trucks coming through here now, and yeah, this is just not packed at all. We'll go over to the 5/8 and see the difference. And then here's the 5/8. I mean, it hardly looks like it has any stone in it, but it's kind of the perfect amount. Packs a lot harder. Don't even have to touch it. Well, I guess the next thing to do is try and dig out this culvert. See, it's broken right here and it's kind of heaved up a bit. Try and lower it down to the bedrock because it's probably right under here, and then we'll ditch this. I feel like most guys that run heavy equipment probably think, oh, track loader, that's not really heavy equipment, that's just a toy. But honestly, I like running the track loader just as much as I like running the excavator or any other piece of equipment. Each one has its own challenges and kind of art to running it. So I really enjoy every piece of equipment, just trying to master it and be proficient at it. With the track loader, it's satisfying to have yourself a perfectly level, smooth driveway with nice edges, something that you just couldn't do with an excavator today. Or maybe you could do it, but it would take way longer. A track loader is just a really great tool. that's that. We got a nice new ditch in there. I'm not sure why this just wasn't dug out more the first time, but we got the culvert back in. I do want to put like a half a load of 5/8 crushed granite back over this section and tune it up nice, but won't be getting another truck for today. I don't even know what time it is. Probably just 5. Oh, it's only quarter after. Yeah, I guess that's all we could do for today. I mean, it's kind of early, but maybe we'll go find something else to do. Go for a little drive down the nice freshly graded road. It's like a racetrack. I just put some decals on the truck here. Not the best at this whole decal thing. Oh yeah, I forgot you Americans get annoyed when I say decal. That's how people say it around here, not decal, like it really matters. I remember there's a video I put up in the fall sometime, and I said decal, and there was a bunch of comments saying decal, decal. I'm like, what the hell are these people talking about? Did I say it weird? So I go back and listen. I'm like, no, I said it how we say it. And then I realized, I mean, maybe the rest of Canada says it that way too, but we say decal. All right. What do we think? Which one do you guys like better? I like the stencil. This one's just like a big sticker. Also, I like the logo just white, but my dad thought it was too boring, so we got some red in there to go with our OG style. Let's see what else we can find to go put some stickers on. I think this thing can use a couple. But where do we put it? Oh, I like that. That looks clean. Gonna head out here on the barge. We're looking a little heavy loaded there in the back. So we got about 32, 33 tons of gravel, I think. 5-ton track loader. Skid of Portland, so that's 1.6. And then I'm not sure how much a skid of block weighs, but we'll take advantage of the nice calm waters today and just have a slow cruise across, and should be good. I think we might be beached because we are not moving. Dang it. See if I could shimmy back and forth and free us up. Oh, I think we're moving. Oh, look at the water coming right on the deck back there. We do have a heavy load, but we are moving very, very slow. Yeah, we went about 2 inches lower. We got 8 inches of freeboard in the front, maybe 10. So we're going back out to that pier job on the island today to bring the guys some more material, and we're going to backfill the front piers so that we can pull the excavator out of there and hopefully it's just done with. I think I'll go ahead and say this is pretty much the most weight I've ever had on here. I think we got but just over a pop can height there. Uh-oh, the wind's starting to blow. Just have to dump everything in the lake. Probably have 15 minutes, 20 minutes to get over there. Starting to get some more splashing. Go away, waves. A little bit of chop. Let's go, chop chop. Gotta get over there. Okay, now I think it's getting windier again. We idled the motors back just a little bit. It's pretty much as slow as I can go. I could go a little bit slower, I guess, but I'm afraid we're hardly moving. We made it. Something that's really nice to have when you gotta carry a bunch of material pretty far is this high capacity bucket. I think it's like 43 cubic feet when it's heaved, something like that. Basically a 1.5 yard bucket. The other day I was out quickly just delivering some gravel to another barge access site, and my track broke in half on the island. So I just made it back onto the barge and then back onto the trailer, and as soon as I unloaded the trailer on at the shop, track totally broke in half. Some of these barge access sites that we get to go on, they're just super gnarly. There's no nice material to track across. And if you don't bring anything in, it's usually nice, sharp, jagged rocks that screw your tracks up pretty good. I was gonna pull the excavator off today, but I decided to leave it there because those piers are gonna be super tall and it's gonna be a lot of work to core fill them by hand. So I'm gonna head over there on Tuesday and help the guys core fill them. I guess we'll end the video with a nice cruise across the lake here. Can't complain about this weather. It's like 27 or 28 today. 30 with the humidex. I don't know what that is in Fahrenheit for the American folk. That's Captain Free Ride.